we started exporting our wines in 2000, and the first country that we exported our wines to was the UK, which is a very big market for New Zealand wine. The reason we started to export to the UK is the UK is the most competitive wine market in the world. Every producing nation sells their wine to the UK, and you can find the widest range of wines available in the UK, more than any other market. So the reason we first took our wines to the UK was we felt that if our wines could be successful in the UK, we knew that they could be successful in any export market because it's the most competitive in the world. So after many years of hard work and putting our heart and soul into developing our wines, it was very gratifying to have our wines taken on by Berkman Wine Cellars, one of the very top wine importers in the UK, and for me to see our wines in many of the top restaurants throughout England is very rewarding, and again is great recognition of the quality that we've achieved in our wines. We have our wines established in the Chinese market now, and the wines are selling extremely well in China, and it's an interesting story about how we got started there. Is a very good friend of mine who's Chinese introduced me to our importer in China, and he focuses only on importing New Zealand wines into China, and it's been again very pleasing to see that the majority of his sales has been in our wines, in our Matakana estate wines. And in order for our wines to get established well in the Chinese market, our importer in China has established very top-end exclusive restaurants and wine bars, and a little bit like members clubs, and these can be found in some of the main cities in China, Beijing and Guangzhou, and our wines are now sold in about 24 cities throughout China, and the wines are being mostly sold for gifting periods, and also for the top end restaurants and hotels. And I must say that the wines have been very well received in China, and I think because there's this growing interest in wine, and particularly in premium wine, and because New Zealand is a niche producer and focuses on just producing premium wine, there's a lot of interest in New Zealand wine in China. And as one of the, I think, since we've been recognised as one of the leading quality producers from New Zealand, again the wines have sold very well in China.